Welcome to At the Vanguard. We're TB Vanguard, and our motto is for fans by fans. We showcase fans on the front line of the Team VZ movement. This podcast is an open forum to discuss current topics as they relate to Chris Brown and his fan base.
All right, everybody, thanks for joining us at the Vanguard. Today is April 9th, 2018, and we've got a couple things to talk about. But first, we'll go around and say our names. I'll start. I'm Nikki.
Paula.
Sammy.
Dee.
All right, welcome, everybody. Okay, so one of the first things we're going to start with is an Instagram post that Chris put on his page within the last few days. It was a picture of him when he was younger, and he said that the caption was, "You are more than they want you to be." So actually, I think he posted that this morning, didn't he? I feel like I saw that this morning. Anyway, let's just go around and give our thoughts on that particular post. Anyone can start.
I think when I heard it, what I thought of is, people have preconceived notions of what you can do, what you can achieve, and really you have a say about that. You can be as much as you want to be, way more than they think. People can think low of you, but you really have control over, how much you can be and how far you can go. That was my interpretation of it.
Okay. Tammy, what did you think?
I don't know. And what was it again? What was the quote again?
It was, "You're more than they want you to be."
Well, I don't know if he was, if it was just in general, or if he was speaking of himself. But if he was, speaking of himself, then that's kind of true, because he is more than what they want him to be, and most people are, But actually, I think it's more so what you think of yourself and not what people think of you, and that's really important, because a lot of times, people can give you complexes, or, lower your self-esteem, from how they perceive you or what they may say that may hurt your feelings and stuff. So, that quote is accurate. You are more than what they say or what they think you are.
Yeah, I agree with that too. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, what he actually said is, "You are more than who they want you to be." I first thought that it was personal, something he was posting in regards to himself, because people have obviously tried to put restrictions on him and not allow him to prosper, in their own way. But in a general sense, people will put their insecurities on you and tell you what you can or can't do, because they're too scared to try, or you're going to fail again because they failed. And so you have to realize that you are capable of achieving, what you want to achieve. Maybe not the way you want to achieve it, but set that goal, and baby steps to reach that goal, and eventually you'll get somewhere. So it was a nice way to start the morning. I thought it was very inspirational, and it was good to see him put that out there, because he is a lot more than who the naysayers want him to be. Dee, what did you think? Oh, sorry.
Well, I kind of think that the same thing you're saying too, that people are going to put their insecurities on us, or even on him. And I think it's also, because he says he doesn't want people to be like him. He just wants to inspire people. And I think it's just to say, whatever people think doesn't matter, because you're more than that. And like I was saying to Paula, it kind of, I think a prime example of that is not only Chris, but Cardi B. I mean, in 1 year, she went from 0 to 100, and she has naysayers on her all the time. And now with her being pregnant, you know, everybody's got something to say about her success, or is she going to be limiting it? But look where she came, you know, from. And sometimes you are more than what people expect you to be, and we just have to keep remembering that.
Yeah,
Right,
I do agree with that. Yeah.
In relation to Cardi, I remember I've been following her for years on Instagram. I used to worry about her, but she was just so smart and so funny and just so personable. Couldn't help but like her. But she was a stripper, and she never tried to pretend she was anything else. They were like, "Oh, you a model?" She said, "No, I'm just a stripper hoe." She really downgraded herself, but she was just so effervescent. And look where she is today. I mean, she's come so far, you know, and people had all these limitations on her, and you know, look how far she's come. So that's amazing.
Mm-hmm. And you can tell people really want her to succeed, because I did not watch was she in Love and Hip Hop? Whichever show she was on, I didn't watch that. And I would hear people talk about her, but I didn't watch that. And Paula would actually occasionally DM me clips of her. And I'm like, oh, that's who that is, you know. But I didn't watch. And over the weekend, because you know her album's out now, like all these different celebrities were, you know, posting songs and posting captions and basically just, you know, shouting her out and sending her love, and you could tell that she was so appreciative of that. And so it was like everybody wants her to succeed and do well. I know I do. And then the twist with that is a GQ article that came out, and she basically, you know, she loves political science and she loves history, and she knows her history. And people didn't necessarily, you know, they wouldn't necessarily have thought that she, if they weren't following her like you, Paula, wouldn't have thought that she was as smart as she was, or, you know, because she doesn't write well, you know, or whatever. But she's actually very smart, like you said, and knows a lot that some of us don't even know. So it was great to see that as well, because you kept seeing people in the comments about that story, you know, don't judge a book by their cover.
Mm-hmm.
So, or by its cover. Yeah, so that was good to see.
Yeah, there are people who don't want to see her succeed, but they're very small people. And so, and you know, but the people who are really secure in themselves all encourage her. Like Remy Ma in particular, when she saw her announce her pregnancy the other night, she was like, you know, I guess it's just something in the industry where they don't want you to say that you're they want you to pretend you're single, that you don't have, you know, that you're not carrying a baby and that kind of thing. And I know people hide their pregnancy for the most part to get past that first trimester and that kind of thing. But also they try to express it just because they feel like it can hurt your career and the whole nine. But I mean, that's why women have babies. I mean, that's just life. That's real life. So, you know, that's what she was bringing up. You know, she was really happy for her that she's doing that too.
I think it also helps. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm saying people have a lot of opinions about who she's having a baby with, but I mean, that's nobody's business but hers. So.
No. Yeah, no. I was just going to say it also helps. Pregnancy is very stressful. So, and to be at the level that she's at or trying to obtain, you know, she's already under a microscope. And so you really want to, you know, minimize how much stress you're adding on. And she seems to stay sick too. So, you know, just all the different commentaries and trying to keep yourself well, that has to be hard too. But I just wanted to go back to the kind of an offshoot to the Christmas caption of "You're more than who they want you to be." And because we mentioned Saturday Night Live and Chadwick, or, you know, Chad, what's his last name? Bosnick? Chad Bosnick. He's in his 40s, and he's been acting a very long time, you know, and he's just now starting to see, you know, his own successes too. So you're more than who they want you to be, and there's really no time limit. Not to mention the woman, if you saw, everybody here saw Black Panther, but that older woman who was just sitting there, the councilwoman, she's 84, and that was her first movie. That's her first movie. And so, again,
government and everything. Yeah, She
Yeah.
decided, I'm going to be in the movie. I'm going to be in the movies. Like, hey.
Yeah. So it just goes to show, people can restrict you, but the only one who can really restrict you is, you and your own fears. So I think that's awesome just to see them out there and being successful, no matter how long it's taking them. Makes it sweeter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not to doubt yourself, because sometimes, you can start doubting yourself according to what people say you are or what you should do or shouldn't be doing. So it's always important to believe in yourself and, just keep trying. And she looked really beautiful on, what was it, NSL?
Yeah.
She looked, I really liked it. Her dress, it was beautiful. It was really nice. And it also too, because she's like at the height of her career, and it's pretty much doing what you want to do. And I know a lot of women, especially in entertainment, they always put their career first, and a lot of them don't have children, due to putting their career first. And just the simple fact that you can do both. Like, you can be a mom, you can, have children, and you can still, do your job. So it'll be interesting to see, being that she's new, and she's at the height of her career, and having a child, after she has the child, and see, pretty much how her career, continues to flourish after the child is born. How that goes and what's up. That'll be interesting to see.
She's set to go on tour like a month after the baby's born. She's doing some tour stuff with Bruno, so that's going to be interesting, but definitely wish her all the best in that.
Yeah.
So,
it might be tough about the entertainment business, but even in the corporate world, and I know you've worked in the area too. They look cross-eyed at you too for executives when they get pregnant. It's like they're like, oh, well, how much time are you going to be away from the job? They really do. They look at you sideways. So yeah, it's not just in entertainment. It's across the board. Almost a little worse probably in the corporate world.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So look for those family-friendly companies. They list that now,
Oh, yeah.
Jobs that are family-friendly. So, yeah. Well, we can switch gears, I guess. Paula, which did you want to discuss the success of Freaky Friday?
Yeah.
Or which one?
Friday.
Yeah.
It's now Vivo certified. Yeah.
It didn't take it long.
Yes. In 3 weeks. Vivo certified.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Yeah, it's been doing so well. And it's number one in New Zealand. It's number one in the UK, which is a big deal. It's the first time he's had a number one in the UK since Turn Up the Music. So it's been a minute. It's so exciting. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's just hope he gets to go this year. Like that.
Hope we get a number one here. I hope we get a number one here. We got like 8 more spots. We can do it. We can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, one thing I was thinking though, we put a lot into Freaky Friday, and we should. I think even though it's a feature, it's a feature that's so much about him.
Right.
That it's more than a feature in a sense. So that's why I'm not like against promoting it at all, but I think we need to put a little more focus now on tempo. Right now I'm still doing about 800,000 a day. About 800,000 a day. I guess she got dropped out. No, she looks like she's still there. But anyway, 800,000 a day, and which is good. But if we could get it up to 1 million, it would be better. But at least to keep it steady at that. So I think we're going to do a few more promos for doing listening parties for Tempo. For as long as that's the next, the current single. What do you think?
Well, I never left Tempo. I would, because Freaky Friday is at number 9. I think, and I also think like it's still gonna be a leading song, So I would push both of them. Because, I mean, if you're requesting it, they're both on the request list. Of course, Freaky Fridays on Rhythmic, Top 40, and Urban, and Tempo is only on Urban. It hasn't debuted on Rhythmic yet. So, and it went to 15 today. Freaky Fridays at 19 on Urban, and it's 19 on Rhythmic, and it's 23 on Urban. As far as streaming, I would stream both songs because I think a lot of people really like that song. So if you just push, like I always tweet out like my Spotify playlist, but it's really just Tempo and Freaky Friday. So I know a lot of people like the song and they would rather stream that song just because it is number 9 or number 8 on Billboard 100, and it's achieved a lot in a short span of time. So I would just push Tempo in with it.
Well, we did do. We have a playlist. It's a Tempo. Let me just look at it really quick. Tempo, Stranger Things, and Freaky Friday.
Right.
So we have them in one list, and really in hopes of getting, the fans of those to help push Tempo. And of course, we have more Tempo on it than Stranger Things than there is Freaky Friday. But it's on there 3 times on the list of 15 songs. So, you'll definitely hear it. They don't really have to listen to it. They just need to play it. So, if they would just, yeah. I think people don't realize the difference between streaming and listening. When I want to listen, I make my playlist, I do all that. But when I want to stream, and which is constantly, I'm streaming right now. I have 2 old phones just streaming it on Spotify. And I have Tempo and I have Freaky Friday. But I mean, you can do that without listening to it. They're just in the other room, just playing. So if you can, at least have one device streaming. That would be a big help. And everybody can do that because it's free. Everybody can do that.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, very true.
Especially overnight, because some people that either work or go to school, you really can't stream, depending on what kind of work you do during work, or you can't stream in school. Well, I hope you're not. You should be paying attention. Right. And, well, in New York, they'll take your phone, so don't stream. Because then your mama got to come up and get it. So don't stream. Yeah, that's a pain in the behind. But, stream overnight. Like, I mean, before you go to sleep, just put the song on and let it play to the morning. That's it. Like, and you get a lot of streams just by, while you're sleeping. And I think if more people did that, then it would really, because, I don't turn off my cell phone at night. And I know most people don't. Like, it's just on. So just, let it stream. Turn the volume down as low as you can and, let it stream. Like, you still get your phone calls. If someone calls you, it'll just interrupt the stream. But then if you don't answer, it goes right back to streaming it. Even if you take the call, as soon as you hang up, stream pops right back up. So,
That's good.
Stream overnight.
Get some numbers
Yeah. Yep, because since they get 150 streams for one sale. So, and you know, a lot of people, like I see them, they say, "Oh, I stream for like 10 hours." They're like, that's, you know, you have to. That's why I say, if you nobody wants to tie up their phone. So if that's your only device, then you know that you have to stream, then just stream overnight. Like, you know, you're not doing anything when you're sleeping, and it can stream then. So you're not inconveniencing yourself by, you know, not wanting to listen to other things or go on Twitter or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, I'll stream for 8 hours, I'm done with this already. But it really takes more than that.
I think maybe I'll pull that out as a soundbite for people to stream overnight, you know, from the podcast. I'll do that. Just to may not have thought of it, so, yeah.
No, that's the easiest way.
It was just the road to.
Yeah, that's another playlist. Another playlist. The Road to 100 Milli. That's the playlist that we have with his songs that are closest to being Vivo certified. As 8 songs on it. Actually, Freaky Friday was on it too, but I guess I can take that off. But Royalty, Little More is on there. And that's at, let's see.
97.
98.
No, 98. It's 98 now, right?
Yeah, 98, 289. Then Questions is 90, 70, 81. And so Little More, Questions, Superhuman, which is like 93, 928. That's only almost 94. Yeah. I think Run It is 94, 559, so it's almost 95. So those 3 are the closest. I'm still amazed that Yo is not Vivo certified after all these years. That's an old favorite, so it's just strange.
Yeah, it is.
The only thing is are the ones that was put on Vivo late. Because, you know, some songs weren't on there, or it wasn't around. And,
yeah, I think so too. Because I think the same thing. Like, this couldn't have been on Vivo when the song dropped.
Right.
It couldn't have.
Yeah, I don't think it's. They're not a big Vivo. Was Vivo around at that time? I don't think so. So same with Run It. So those are later. And Run It's 94, 559. So that's that's just from before. Now Grass Ain't Greener. That's 69, so it's a little further back, but it's on the list, and it's, you know, it's a song from the album, so have that on there. And Back to Sleep is 73, so, you know, that'll get there eventually. So those will get there eventually, but they're on the list, and having them on that list and we let that run, it should give it a boost. But definitely a little more, you know, could stand to benefit from a boost because it's so close. You know, it's getting so close. And Questions is finally final stretch. Once you get 90 to 90 million, I consider it, you know, getting into the home stretch. So, yep. So that was the other thing we wanted to talk about. I'm just so I thought we'd have too much to talk about. So I guess that didn't happen. It's only 8 o'clock.
I mean, again, it's only 3. Well, it's 4 of us, but 3 of us have been actively talking.
Yeah.
Let's just lighten it up for a second.
Did Dee come back, or is she still incognito?
It's just go somewhere. But it's only 4-something in the afternoon for her, so she's still working.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
5 for her. Yep, 5 for her and 7 for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Early.
But did you guys actually watch Saturday Night Live or see the different clips?
I saw some clips from it. I haven't watched the show in years. Now the Wakanda, you talking about the
Black Jeopardy.
I was seeing. Oh my God. That was the funniest possibly ever.
He did such a great job because I don't watch Saturday Night Live, and I actually didn't realize. I either didn't realize or didn't want to stay up. I don't know what it was. I was out to the count when it was on, and so I was kind of mad that I missed it because I was like, oh, I wanted to watch Chad and see what he did. So I'm glad that everybody was posting that 6-minute clip from the Black Jeopardy scene. That I'm hearing that was probably one of the best skits of the night. So
Oh my God,
that
was
was
so
funny.
fun.
Yeah,
And that potato
and it
thing.
yeah.
I actually found somebody found a picture of potato salad with raisins in it, and I almost gagged. I'm like, oh my God, it looks so nasty. Oh my God.
That is for carrot salad.
Real thing.
My goodness, that is for carrot salad, people.
Well,
Oh my gosh! Oh, I said carrot salad. You've seen that, haven't you? Carrot salad. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I don't know if there was something else we wanted, mention. I don't think we're going to be able to make this go till 30
I
more
know.
minutes.
But I the only other thing, because we did our little, in case you missed it, looking at Chris at Paris's birthday party.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, that was everybody's birthday party.
I know.
It was. Getting around. In a good way.
King Cole's party, Paris, and someone else. Another man. I didn't know his name.
Really?
And he was right there front and center, though, which was blowing out her candles. I thought that was so cute.
That was
Front and center.
She stuck her finger in the cake. She was like, ooh. That was cute.
It was.
One of the pictures for a puzzle. With the two of them, when she stuck her finger in the cake, it just made a better composition than the one of them hugging. But it was a cute picture of them hugging. But the one with the cake made a better composition for a puzzle, and that was a popular one too. That one, I like people did that one. It was funny. But yeah. But yeah, he went to several birthday parties. I can't remember the other guy's name. He's an artist. I can't think of
Oh, okay.
It was from Initial, right? Initial.
I want to say Richie Rich or something like that.
Was his name Richie Rich?
I feel like that wasn't it.
No, yeah, that wasn't it. It was, I don't think he was an artist. I forgot what he did.
That was just
I
a
think
party.
it was a clothing line.
Pardon?
You think it was a clothing line?
Yeah.
No. The guy with the hat I'm talking about. The guy that he hugs with the hat, was that the cake? Did he grab with the was that the cake? That's Monopoly. And Richie Rich is his. That's why I said Richie Rich. Richie Rich is like his symbol in his art, like all through his art is Richie Rich. And that's the guy whose birthday party. That was one of the birthday parties. And there was another guy. The one Jay-Z was at that party too. But I can't think of the guy's name, but his Twitter name is Belly.
Yeah, that's his name, Belly.
Yeah.
I remember Belly. Oh, so he's an artist. Okay.
No, not that one. The artist was did you see the white guy with the hat on? Because Chris went to 3 parties that night. It was Paris, Belly, and Alex Monopoly. That's his name, Alex Monopoly.
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, his trademark is Richie Rich. His trademark is Richie.
No, I didn't see that one.
Party.
Oh, okay, yeah, wow, he was busy that night. He was making rounds.
I guess they were all at different times, had probably just a really long day or a long evening. And he went to, just went to several. I know Paris was at a restaurant. So I'm thinking that was probably earlier in the evening than the other two. So he was able to go to each one of them. I'm thinking. I don't know. But that was a lot of parties to go to. One night.
Yeah. For one night, yes.
Yeah, making sure he goes to different things.
Yeah.
That was nice to
After
see.
being sequestered for a year, doing that album, it's like he's Mr. Social guy. He's everywhere. Yeah.
And also bowling.
Oh yeah.
Oh, where was he bowling? When did he bowl?
That was earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bowling.
And he had one week did a strike. I mean, one he did a gutter ball, and the very next one he did a strike. So we have that on our page where he did that. That was cute.
Yeah, it was. It's good to see him out having a good time.
Yeah.
He worked so hard. You know?
Yeah. That's why I was so glad to see him go, take some time in Florida, because after all these months of working, take some time out and enjoy some sun. For him to live in California, he gets so pale because he stays in the house so much. Like, work out, get out of that studio a minute.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, you don't ever have to leave now.
I know.
He used to be tan. He used to be tan.
I miss this tan. I do. I miss the tan life.
He gets a really pretty tan. He tans nice, really nice tan. So he had a nice week. He had a busy week. And I think I'm going to start doing In Case You Missed It Again, but it's not like the old one, because that was really more details and it took me days to put together. But this one I just sort of did in a few hours and put it together in a little quick video. It was only a minute long or so, not even that long. There's something really quick to show what he did over the course of the week. Since I do the editing for the video too, for the podcast too, it's just easier to just have something simple. I think everybody seems to really enjoy it, so I think maybe I'll bring that back. Bring back In Case You Missed It. An abbreviated version. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Cool.
Hi, this is Princess.
Hi, Princess. So we're about to.
I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, I forget the time.
Hi, Princess.
Hey, what's up? So I missed.
To bring up today?
Yes.
What do you want to bring up?
Oh no, so what you guys talk about today? The topic.
Oh, we talked about Chris posted about you're more than they think you are, or more than they want you to be, or something. What was it, Nikki?
You're more than who they want you to be.
You're more than who they want you to be. So we talked about that topic and what we thought about that, and then we talked about a little bit about Cardi and using that as an example, and then we talked about, of course, Freaky Friday doing so well.
I know.
That's exciting.
I know. Congratulations to him.
Yeah. And to us. I mean,
and Cardi B sharing the baby. I was shocked. I was like, oh my goodness. And then she pregnant.
Kind of suspected it. Everybody kind of suspected about Cardi.
I know. I'm shocked.
But it was great. And then we just sort of rounded out because we touched on those things. But it's, I'm glad I'm glad you still remember. You just remembered.
Yeah, I was like, oh my goodness, look at the time.
I know. That's what usually happens. That's what usually happens.
Yeah. So I was like, so you guys going to the tour?
You know what? Now I know that you live not that far from me. You're driving down to Virginia. Where is that venue? Is that in Richmond?
It's Bristol, Virginia. It's like close to it's not too far. It's not close to Richmond. Close to Fairfax.
Hello.
Hello, I'm here.
Okay. Paula, Tammy, you there?
Oh, sure, I've got out.
Yeah, I was listening.
Yeah, I was trying to see. Paula had asked her, I think, where the venue was.
Yeah,
I heard that. She said she was in Virginia, but
yeah, it's close to like Fairfax, and it's not too far like in Richmond, but it's just a lot in Bristol, Virginia.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, cool. All right. What did Paula? dip out. We'll all just end it and say our goodbyes.
Okay, I got cut off. I'm sorry.
Oh, there we go. Okay, see.
Yeah,
Hello.
Yes.
We were just about to, just going to do the end.
Okay.
The end, but I was trying to wait for you to come back. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. It was great listening to each of you and your ideas, and we'll see you all next Monday. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us on this episode, and we hope you'll join us again at the Vanguard.